This week's video, I'm showing you how to do a really simple flip cup. I hope you enjoy it. Hi, I'm Chris and I'm based in the UK. Before we get into the main video, I want to do a shout out to all UK fluid artists. Myself and Julie Vatcher have arranged a fluid art retreat in Dorset in the UK at the end of October 2024. It's going to be a great opportunity to bring the UK pouring community together. There'll be talks, demonstrations and practical workshops. I will put a link in the description to the website where you will find out all the information. Hopefully you'll be able to join us. It's going to be a great weekend.
We're having a little bit of fun today. I'm going to be doing a really simple flip cup. I did this a few weeks ago and I absolutely loved the results. So I'm going to replicate it. Not that you can replicate it, but I'm going to use the same colours on this larger canvas. This is only a tiny 15 by 15, but it just turned out so beautiful. And I had a lot of interest in it, and I just thought I'd show people how to do a really simple flip cup. Canvas I've got is a 20 by 20. It's a new brand for me. I ordered it from Great Art, and I'm not going to attempt to say that. My pronunciation will be terrible, but it's a basic canvas from Great Art. It's a 20 by 20. I've prepped the canvas. I put push pins in so the paint will just flow off the edges, and I put masking tape on the back just to keep the edges relatively clean. I will get paint seeping under the edge, but it will stop finger marks. These canvases, they're basic range, but they've got a really nice wide frame. I did have to put water on it to tighten it. What I did was I sprayed the back and I put it on a windowsill to dry. The colours I'm going to be using are metallic gold. This is Pebeo iridescent metallic gold. It's the ancient gold. Black, lampblack from Amsterdam. This is, I can't say that, deep red. It's from Amsterdam. Sorry, I just can't say words properly. I've got Amsterdam titanium white, and I think this might be Pebeo Naples yellow. I know I need roughly about 80ml paint to do this 20 by 20 canvas. I've marked it up on my jug. So you have to think about what order you're putting your colours in. Whatever colour you put at the bottom, when you flip it, it will be at the top of the puddle. So think about your colour orders. It's important. So I'm going to start off with gold, and then I'm going to put what I call a skinny layer of black, because I want some kind of contrast. The gold is going to be surrounded by some of the black. It just gives a really nice effect. But I don't want too much black because it's going to take over. And then I've got this luscious red here. I've got a feeling this may be semi-transparent. I'll look that up, but I've got the red. And then I must probably put in the yellow, and then I'm going to put in a bit of white. I can't remember if I had put white next to the red to get pink, so I might change that around, but that's the kind of rough order I'm thinking of. My gold, I want to put some silicone in it. Now I'm going to have several layers of the gold, so I'm going to put the silicone in another cup and then I can pour it into this one. You need to stir your silicone in. So I've got this little cup that I'm going to put the gold in. So you want a decent amount because I'm going to put a few layers in of the gold. For my silicone, you can use pretty much anything, but as long as it's dimethicone, it's got silicone in. This is Spot On treadmill oil. When you're using silicone, you just need, oh, that was 2 drops. You don't need the much at all. That most probably is going to be too much. Anyway, you give it a really good stir. My premise is with the silicone is, I know some people say if you only stir a few times you get really big cells, but I don't believe this is true. Everyone works differently, but you're trying to defeat science by mixing oil and water together. So I give it a good stir. I think the size of the cells come from your consistency of your paints, the method you're using, i.e. like a flip cup, when you use your heat torch, how you tilt. That's what gives big cells. It's not the amount of you stir. And if you don't mix in the silicone enough in your paint, you're going to get big globules of craters appearing, and you don't want that to happen. So that's my silicone done. I'm going to pre-paint the edge of this canvas, and I'm going to use black. And I'm going to use a really scientific method of finger painting. So I'm just covering, it's not for aesthetics, it's just going to help me cover the sides. When your paint travels over the side of the canvas, it stretches out. And having your sides of your canvas pre-painted will help with your tilting, especially as you start going larger. You really want to make things easier for yourself. But you can see I'm not being 100%, I'm not being really mega careful. I don't care it's gone over the top, that's going to help cover. Let's just carry on with that. So not perfect, that's absolutely fine. I'm going to layer my cup. So I'm going to start off with the gold, which I've put silicone in. I always give it a stir just before I use it if it's been standing there, because it will just separate out. Oil and water do not mix, as we know. So let's just clean that off. Gold. A skinny layer of black. Very skinny. Red. Yellow. Put some white. Gold. Black. Red. Bit of white. Bit of yellow. And finish off with black. I need to flip it onto the canvas. Now, when you're flipping a cup, you hold it from underneath, like here. You don't hold it at the side. It's all about the movement of your arm. You hold it from underneath. And you think about where you're putting it. I'm just going to put it in the middle because I'm just doing a straight lift. You don't rest your hand on the table because that impedes your movement as well. You hold it steady with the level of the canvas. And what you're doing is a kind of arc movement. That's really exaggerated, but it's a snap, arc and snap. There you go. And most probably now that I'm demonstrating, the paint's going to go that way. Okay, so I'm holding the cup from underneath. Think about the middle. Good luck. And let that sit for a little bit. Okay, support the canvas. I'm going to lift up, let some paint out, and then push it down again. Ooh, I'm just going to hold it and let all the paint drain down. I had fartage. There's lots of air bubbles. I've just twisted the cup. And I'm putting the drip in, so you're not going to get everything out to the side. Just going to give it a really quick torch because of the air bubbles.
I'm going to start tilting, and basically I want the circle of the paint to be slightly expanded, so I'm going to kind of circle it around and expand it and make it slightly larger, and then I'll go onto a corner. So I've covered a corner, I bring the weight of the paint back to the middle of the canvas, and the reason why I do that means then I can go on to any other corner that I want, and I know that the weight of the paint is in the right place to cover that corner. See, there's something in the paint there. Can you see it? And I want to get that now. What it was.
contoured. See those cells opening up there?
Now is the perfect time to change your composition if you want to and put some decorations on. If there's a bit you're not happy with, you can swirl the paint. I'm using a chopstick here because it's got a nice flattish edge and it moves the paint nicely. You can also use a toothpick, anything that you really want. Do rotate your canvas so you can see your composition at a different angle, and you may spot then some more bits that you want to do. Last of all, I go under the canvas with a stick and I'm removing the excess paint. I'm not touching the sides, it's underneath the canvas, and I do this on all my paintings because it's going to stop more paint being dragged off the edge. The canvas took a couple of days to be touch dry, and I'm waving it around so you can see the fantastic shimmer of the gold on it. This is such a fun technique to do, you never quite know what you're going to get. Take care and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.